To support this channel, visit the TCGplayer affiliate link in the description below. And if you want to support the channel directly, visit patreon.com/ManfredPlusMagic. As a patron, you'll have access to the community Discord where you can talk with myself and other friends about all things magic. And you'll find even more benefits for each tier, starting at $1 as a copper. Today's video is dedicated to my wonderful patron, Senshi World. Thank you so much, you're amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, a lot of cards in this video have extra abilities that I'm not going to go in depth on because I'm focusing on just the ramp aspect of the cards, and there are some in here that I'm really going to have to stretch to make fit Blue's style of quote-unquote ramp. Now, first we have Blue-specific stuff, which would start with Sapphire Medallion and Kefnet's Monument. Sapphire Medallion makes blue spells cost 1 less, and Kefnet's Monument makes blue creatures cost 1 less. Then we have Chronotog Totem, Sky Diamond, and Silver Mirror, all of which tap to add 1 blue mana. Then we've got Apprentice Wizard. You pay 1 blue and add 3 colorless. Eye of Ramos and Midnight Clock both tap for a blue, and they just have some other effects as well. Eye of Ramos having the same effect when you sacrifice it by adding 1 blue. Blue Mana Battery, you pay 2 to put a storage counter on it and then remove counters for that much blue mana later. Okay, and then we got Dreamscape Artist. You pay 2 and a blue, discard a card, and sacrifice a land to search for 2 basics into play tapped, which is really strong in blue, let's be honest. Patron of the Moon, you pay 1 and put up to 2 lands from your hand into play tapped. Now we got some artifact-specific stuff because blue really likes artifacts. So this will help you cast your artifacts so you can get more like mana rocks and stuff out. So we got Ethereum Sculptor, makes all our artifacts cost 1 less. Vidalcan Engineer and Grand Architect. Vidalcan Engineer taps to add 2 of any 1 color, only to cast artifacts or use artifact abilities. And Grand Architect, you tap a blue creature to add 2, but only to cast artifact or use artifact abilities. Chief Engineer gives all your artifacts convoke, and then we got Urza Lord High Artificer. You can tap your artifacts to add 1 blue. Super strong effect, super awesome. Now we got some spell-based stuff. High Tide, which doubles our island's mana for a turn. Turnabout lets us tap or untap all our artifacts, creatures, or lands, and that can be used in any way, but we can kind of use that to untap our lands if we want to. Energy Tap, this lets you tap one of your creatures to add its mana value in colorless mana. Drain Power, this one's just weird. So, target player activates a mana ability of each land they control. Then that player loses all unspent mana and you add that mana lost this way. Drain Power is super weird. I guess it's kind of strong, but they can always just react to it, so, you know, whatever. Mana Drain counters a spell, and then you add the counter to spell's mana value and colorless mana on your next turn. As Foretold lets you pay 0 for spells if it has the correct number of counters on it for its mana value. Omniscience just lets you cast all your spells for free. I guess that's kind of mana ramp. It is 10 mana though, so whatever. Then we have our instance and sorcery specific, and blue is really great because it's casting lots of instants and sorceries all the time, so this is kind of like ramp for it. So Carfell Harbinger taps to add 1 blue, but only to foretell or cast instants or sorcery spells. Fudalian Arcanist and Curious Homunculus both tap for a colorless, but only to cast instant or sorcery spells. And if you transform Curious Homunculus into Voracious Reader, it and Baral, Chief of Compliance, and Jace's Sanctum all make your instants and sorceries cost 1 less. Now, the last couple, it's kind of weird, but this is some random things. Mitotic Manipulation lets you look at the top 7 cards of your library and put something onto the battlefield if it has the same name as a permanent. I guess you could just use this to look at the top 7 for another island if you're playing mono blue and put that out. Again, these are kind of a stretch, but it works. Sphinx of the Second Sun gives us an additional beginning phase, which includes the untap, upkeep, and draw steps. So you kind of get extra mana, I guess. Yeah, it's weird. It's really powerful. But yeah, it's definitely a stretch for ramp, but I guess you almost get double the mana each turn because you're untapping it. You know, whatever. It's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you think of this video and drop a comment in the comments section with your own deck list, and I will try to make a video about it so you can show all your friends your deck list through the guide of video forms. I said that weird, but it's okay. All right, see you guys later next week for your weekly dose of magic.